What's up, everyone? Welcome to this episode of 5-Minute Mixing Tips. We're going to be talking about mixing rap vocals, specifically the Ad-Libs. As usual, I'll be using FL Studio, however the basic concepts that I'm going to be covering are applicable to pretty much any DAW that's out there. To start off, we're going to go ahead and play the verse for you.
Being broke, it ain't nothing to brag about. Hashtag money in the trash bag, I drag it out. I ain't nothing but fire. You would swear I had to drag them out. Double back.
Alright, let's take a look at what we've got here. Typically, ad-libs are panned hard left and hard right if you have two tracks. Unfortunately, we don't. We only have the one. So we actually have to use a plugin in order to make these set aside. But first, how do we make them prominent so that they sit separately from the actual verse? For starters, I like to use a compressor. In this particular one here, the Black 76 limiting amplifier is an emulator of a piece of hardware, and it has a really cool extreme setting that allows you to push all the ratio buttons to really squash the vocal. It sounds terrible on its own, but with a little bit of EQing, we can really make it sound cool. So let's listen to just this ad-lib by itself, and we're going to take off the processing to see what we have.
Being broke, it ain't nothing to brag about. Money in the trash bag, I drag it out.
Alright, so let's turn on this compressor.
Being broke, it ain't nothing to brag about. Money in the trash bag.
And we'll turn it down. And it squishes everything, but it makes all of our lower frequencies very apparent. That's not really going to be good for us because we want our verse to really be what's most noticeable with the ad-libs just backing that up. So with an equalizer, we can pull out a lot of the low range frequencies, some of the lower mids, and then I selected a few of the different high ones so that it wasn't stepping on our verse. Let's go ahead and listen to it with the compressor and the EQ on, along with the main verse.
Being broke, it ain't nothing to brag about. Hashtag money in the trash bag, I drag it out. I ain't nothing but fire. You would swear I had to drag them out.
So it sounds pretty good. The only thing left to do is to move it out of the way. Right now, both our verse and the ad-libs are going down the center channel. Because we only have one, we have to use a plugin, and I use the Fruity Stereo Shaper. It has some nice presets that move your mono channel far left and far right by offsetting a little bit of the phase and then changing a delay in each track. If we put that on and listen to just the ad-lib.
Being broke, it ain't nothing to brag about. Money in the trash bag, I drag it out.
You can hear how that moves it to the far left and far right. We'll go ahead and play it with our verse and see how it sounds.
Being broke, it ain't nothing to brag about. Hashtag money in the trash bag, I drag it out. I ain't nothing but fire. You would swear I had to drag them out. Double back.
So that sounds good with the verse. The only other thing that I put on here was a little bit of reverb and a little bit of a delay that just gives us some extra depth to those ad-libs and helps them fall back into the mix and blend with everything else.
Being broke, it ain't nothing to brag about. Money in the trash bag, I drag it out. You would swear I had to drag them out. Double back.
Alright, and let's hear it with the music.
Being broke, it ain't nothing to brag about. Hashtag money in the trash bag, I drag it out. I ain't nothing but fire. You would swear I had to drag them out.
Sounds pretty good. Just for the sake of comparison, I'm going to go ahead and play this for you with the verse and the ad-libs without any of the effects or processing, and then I'll add those to it. This is without effects.
Being broke, it ain't nothing to brag about. Hashtag money in the trash bag, I drag it out. I ain't nothing but fire.
And with the processing applied.
Being broke, it ain't nothing to brag about. Hashtag money in the trash bag, I drag it out. I ain't nothing but fire. You would swear I had to drag them out.
That about wraps it up for today's episode. Thank you for watching 5-Minute Mixing Tips. I hope this was helpful to somebody out there. Feel free to leave a message in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if there's anything particular you'd like me to do a video about in the future, please let me know.